Dave Neal, Ron Slay, thank you so much. We welcome you to Norman, Oklahoma for the first ever SEC basketball game here at the Noble Center. And we will have it for you tonight. It's not just historical in that sense. It's also a top 20 matchup. And it's featuring two teams with contrasting styles, Mark. It all starts for Texas A&M, the best. Sooners in white. Texas A&M controls the opening tip. And we are underway here from the Noble Center in Norman, Oklahoma. The starting five for the Aggies. The news of the day, no Wade Taylor. Wade Taylor has an injury. That's that man who's one of the best in the league, Mark.
I think tonight he's going to be Coach Wade Taylor the fourth. Well, and the domino effect is that Phelps is going to play a lot of minutes at the one.
Originally out of Midland, Texas. And it's now a 2-0 start for Texas A&M. For Oklahoma, again, we knew Jeremiah Fears was supposed to be good. He was a high-level recruit who reclassified. He just turned 18 years of age in October. But I don't know if anybody knew he was going to be this good early on. One of the best freshmen in college basketball. Open shooter, everything but the bucket. But a great job by Fears to find Kobe Elvis.
How about that pass by Fears, though? Left-handed, cross-court, on the money.
He does not play like a freshman. Hefner, any type of daylight, pretty hard to do against this suffocating defense.
That's 2 possessions, 2 throwovers.
Again, ball movement. That time, Phelps passed it up, but the three is shot and taken.
Flood, the side of the ball is on, and the way to attack that is looking opposite and going skip pass, and they've done that a couple of times.
Helter skelter. Moore had the Aggies less than 3 minutes into the action. These two teams once Big 12 rivals. Fears launches and misfires on his first shot, and there to clean it up. Hard to find open looks. Taylor in the game for the Sooners. That's Glenn Taylor, a 6'6" senior out of Las Vegas.
You got to be ready to, you got to be ready to shoot.
Shot clock at 5 and a late 3.
The ball goes up.
Strong take, tapped around, and finally the rebound ripped down by Sam Godwin. Another 3, another make. Bryson Goodine doing what he. Ball screen, defers. Kick out pass. Goodine passed it up initially, then fires, and almost had a third in a row. Popped out. Pump fake, strong take, and draws the foul.
The catch and shoot.
Third of the SEC. I think a lot of people didn't know, again, just how good.
A year ago, but then you throw into the mix Miles and Elvis, and you sandwich that around the big guy Godwin, and you've got a completely different starting five.
13-2 run for the Sooners. Great move inside, and they want to see more of that out of Pharrell Payne. Buzz was very adamant that he wants a little bit more production out of him. Plenty of production out of Bryson Goodine. 11 points to lead all scorers.
A&M's defense better catch up to the speed of Oklahoma's offense.
Garcia front end on the 3. In transition, Moore draws the foul. He'll go to the line for a pair. Moore sinks the first free throw, and 80 so has gone to the freshman. This guy's their rock, Mark.
Well, he's made such a quantum leap in production, as you mentioned. He was one of the few bright spots in that game at Alabama because he had 20 there.
Payne just bull-rushing his way into the lane and taking 6'9", 250 chiseled frame, the transfer from Wade Taylor before he came into the game. Wade is certainly into
a lot of attention.
Well, we talk about how when coaches are trying to get players in the portal, sometimes it's like a game of speed dating. Yes. Well, it's really in rapid form. Nice pass. There's Fears dropping a dime off.
The backup bigs for Oklahoma. Well, that's just a good takeaway that time by Goodine.
Yeah, Wilcher lost his handle. Deep 3 on the way. Got it! Goodine in the zone.
Ranked teams playing each other night in and night out.
Well, I like the way you phrased it, and we talked to number of coaches about this already. You have to have amnesia.
Yes.
It's like a defensive back that gets burnt for a touchdown. You got to go back out there on the field. Another guy they will certainly need to perform well tonight. In the absence of Wade Taylor, Aggies off to a little bit of a sluggish start. Another open three. There's the man. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Goodine. That open mark wise.
Well, we're going to discuss that in just a minute.
I look forward to that, Professor. Coleman rejected. Clean block. Wagee on the swat. Fears in traffic. Absorbs the contact and knocks it down. Largest lead for Oklahoma. It's a 14-point cushion.
We're not halfway through the first 20, and the Aggies are on the ropes early. They worked on it in shoot-around today.
All that in 5 minutes. Talk about
The ring.
Phelps. Kick pass sets up an open shot from outside. An air ball. Offensive rebound. 2 of them, in fact, and Coleman will go back to the free throw line. So there is what Texas A&M does better than.
It's one of the reasons why A&M goes to the free throw line in Gainesville. But to me, Chaz Lanier has been one of the surprise stories of switching man-to-man. When they're in their hybrid defense, you'll see a lot of pointing, a lot of handing off between players.
There's that man. There's another make. How about 20 points? You got to go back to his days at Fairfield. He had 40 points in a game at Siena where he hit 8 threes. So we know he can ignite. Great take that time by Zurich Phelps to stop the bleeding of a.
Wade Taylor is a mix between setting up others. Phelps wants to drive.
Washington muscling inside. Missed it. But a foul with 8 on the shot clock. He'll go to the line when we come back.
Averaging 9 makes a game, which is 5th best in league play.
And no shortage of terrific shooters in this league. Washington. I shall lay out the remainder of the first half.
I saw you getting some shots up today.
Oh, yeah, got to. Inside, and a thunderous slam by Wagee.
Run with Taylor on the floor.
Shot clock at 5 for Hefner. Inside Coleman. Great feed. Extra pass leads to a 2-hand slam. Rocking the rim that time.
Here's Obaseki running the point. Well, this is an isolation.
Inside, rejected. Yet another block for Oklahoma. A half a dozen now. Into the corner. And another 3. That one rims off. Another situation where Wagee thought he was pushed to the ground. No whistle. Hefner takes it strong. Hefner gets the bounce on the left hand.
Both coaches think there was a hook and hold on the play.
Strong drive. The kick to Miles. The swing to the corner and more. Beautiful execution. That sets up an open. Great touch pass, open 3. Got it! Raining threes. That time it's Duke Miles. Obaseki just struggling to find somebody open.
And again, remember, no Wade Taylor.
Well, there he finds somebody open in pain. Rocks the rim. Notice he wants him to be more aggressive. There's aggressive defense by Garcia. Almost had a steal. Sooners get it back. Great feed by Moore down low. And a great strip by Garcia on the other end. And then a bump foul on Oklahoma. That half this season certainly appears like they're going to have a halftime lead this time out. That's going to be an over-the-back foul. And look out. Leaping over the front row, over a fan, and hard on the deck. I think the fan might have taken the worst of it. Garcia, no lack of hustle on his end. You think this is just a regular season game in January? Watch this effort.
Garcia trying to save it.
Bryce Goodine already with a half to remember. makes it 21 points. Good eye. That's
running the point because he's more offensive minded.
Phelps, teardrop, gets it to go right on cue, partner.
On cue.
Well, if only you could be that smart the entire. Up top to Obaseki. Obaseki still scoreless and has only fired up 2 shots. Strong take, and it was about time for that young man. Yeah.
I gotta believe a late ball screen for Phelps. This is a little early.
Carter. Back to Phelps on the return. Clock at 10. Phelps on the drive. Cut off. Throws up a prayer with 4 seconds to go. Now with 1 second, good if it goes, and it hits the backboard as the half comes to an end. He certainly wants his squad to pull one out without him on the floor. Transition, Fears gets the foul. From Juliet, Illinois, and of course,
Fears, who is on everyone's lot. No, that's
tough
no
pass
good.
Inside. That was a little ambitious by Duke Miles. They went right into heavy coverage. Strong take and a whistle drawn by Phelps. Phelps had in the win versus Oregon earlier this. Good performance by him nonetheless. Good performance so far by Oklahoma inside and drawing the whistle. Kind of a bailout, because if not, Duke Miles was going to have a hard time getting that to convert.
That time Miles with the
shooter, the transfer from High Point.
First-year head coach Kenny Brooks, one of the 5 remaining undefeated teams in league play through 2 games.
I knew you wouldn't let me down. It's that type of knowledge I was prepared for you to drop on the American public.
Oklahoma, an outstanding free throw shooting team.
Hefner tanked.
I thought Taylor got a lot of ball on the drive, but I think he did foul. I think that was the right.
There's nothing but the bottom of the net on the second one to make it a 10-point game. Again, Oklahoma has led this game most of the way. Fears, he's not going to pass that up. That's why he is an elite outside shooter of this game for Oklahoma. Fears again, passed up the 3, shoots the mid-range, pure.
How good does that look?
Instead of cutting into the deficit, the lead has grown for Oklahoma.
That's a good point by you, because this is not the start A&M needed in the second 20.
Yeah, that first stanza.
There's that skip pass again.
And another 3-pointer. This time, if I'm not mistaken, back in 1988. Some good history for Oklahoma basketball. 3-ball from the corner, much needed.
Yes.
Momentum stopper. Solomon pass stolen. Obaseki, right place, right time.
Now this will help A&M get back in the game in a hurry, turning the ball over.
In traffic, beautiful shot. Zurich going to start with some stops. A&M starting to get a couple here. Can they continue the momentum on offense? Yes, they can. Phelps again with a triple. He's got 13 points. Here come the Aggies. Phelps stopped at the block, tried to sneak it in there to Payne, couldn't hold on to it. All the way, Goodine showing you he's got some hops and penetration in him.
Kind of a 4-out, 1-in.
Obaseki, that's just a force. There's nothing there. 3-on-1. Taylor, alley-oop to Moore. Aggies, Phelps.
Oh, Carter had it wide
Carter
open.
left alone and says, okay, fine, I'll just dribble in and slam it.
Miscommunication on the offensive action by A&M.
Carter transfer. 18 points on the season. He's actually been pretty quiet in this game. sitting on just 5. Payne, little bully ball, and almost an and. Was a golden gopher before he made his.
Well, if you're
especially this guy. Goodine defers that time to Elvis. 10 on the shot clock. Elvis runs out of real estate, whips it into the corner. 3 ball knocked down by Goodine. That's 7 triples on the night.
My goodness.
26 points for Goodine.
That's a great job by Fears to meet the Phelps drive.
Washington, last second, he unloaded it. To great awareness, great cut at the last second, leads to the deuce. Well, out of control that time Fears was. Hefner into the hands of Phelps. That's a 3.
Watch out.
That makes it an 8-point game.
Watch out. Both teams.
Goodine on the drive, pump fake in the trees, blocked. Rebound Fears. 7 on the shot clock. Inside, great feed from Goodine to Godwin.
Texas A&M prides itself on defensive patience. That time Oklahoma marvelous with offensive patience.
Carter in the tall timber gets the friendly bounce. We've got some offensive flow from both teams right now. The lead is 8 for Oklahoma. Here come the Aggies. Phelps in traffic, clearly grabbed by Elvis.
Mentality with success and wins, and you've got to have amnesia on losses.
Quad 1 city
Yes.
in the SEC, because just about every game you look.
Back pocket.
Right. The hay is in the barn, as they might say. Shot clock down to 5. Goodine wants 3 more, and he's got it. Unreal performance by that man. Bryson Goodine ties a career high with 8 threes, 29 points, and then the Aggies respond on the other end.
Yeah, that's the Aggie offense right now. Phelps is just lowering his shoulder and daring anyone to guard him.
7-point battle. Not again!
In a single game, the best shooting display I have ever seen.
9 for 11 from downtown, 32 for Goodine. 3 to silence the crowd. Phelps says, I got 3 for you. Goodine there in the right corner, you see. Does he get another touch? Nope, it's Taylor. Acrobatic shot, and that foul is going to be careful, Jace Carter. And they just teed him up. He had a very adamant response.
Carter draws the ire of Keith Kemble. Mike, I've never come.
Point play at the end.
You better get it out of the corner.
Nice pass. And a tomahawk two-hand slam by Jalen Moore. You know, it's not just the 34 for Goodine, it's who it's against. This is A&M. Payne rocks the rim for 2. Nobody goes off against A&M.
That's way too easy. Here is A&M hanging around.
Great look by Hefner. Offensive rebound. Nobody does it better in America. Phelps.
Now he might be getting heated up from the arc.
Silky smooth tray for Phelps. The Phelps Goodine Show here in Norman, Oklahoma, with the professor Mark Wise. I'm Mike Morgan. First ever SEC conference game here in Norman, Oklahoma. Phelps right between the eyes of Taylor. 10 to shoot for Fears. The freshman's been kept in check tonight. And another turnover. Quick hands. Here comes who else? Phelps leading the way. Phelps all the way. Tacks on to his career. Elvis left it. Scooped up by Hefner. 3-on-1. Hefner, Washington flying to the rim and tears it down. And the Aggies have the lead. Remaining, and we've got plenty of time left. Heat check for Phelps. A rare miss. Sooners racing into front court, and Fears draws a whistle. Fears, great free throw shooter. The freshman.
He needs the breather.
Yeah.
So Buzz is trying to get him to the under 4 timeout.
Where do the Aggies find the offense now? The hot hand is on the bench. Here comes a three. Knocked down! Carter! Jace Carter could certainly play a big role down the stretch of this one. He's actually on the bench right now. Goodine is back in. So too is Phelps, and it's the tip in off of his miss. Another offensive rebound by the
defensively, Mike, have clamped down.
Phelps directing traffic. Doing all this without their star Wade Taylor. Garcia missed it, and a late whistle along the baseline. He'll go to the line.
Throughout his career, 77% this year. I was curious.
Republic says his favorite player growing up, Karl Anthony Towns, also from the two players who have led the way. Fears hounded by Washington. 10 on the shot clock, and drawing the foul, Glenn Taylor, their glue guy, who's been terrific as well in this. Senior from Las Vegas, Nevada, Glenn Taylor. And gets that one in a game that could very well come down to the final possession. Crowd on its feet here in Norman.
Can Oklahoma keep Phelps out of the paint?
Open three. Too strong. Rebound. Flying in is Goodine. Chance to tie it with a three. Under 2 minutes to play. Fears, the freshman, fearless in the lane. Got it to go.
I like the way he created his own space with a little bump.
Phelps open. Phelps fires. Tapped around. Washington's got it. Washington walked. Turned it over. Oklahoma basket. The 18-year-old freshman brings the ball up the floor.
Tell you who's been quiet is Moore also.
Fears dribbles into a double team. Tie up. Lob pass to Godwin. Inside, Godwin! How about Sam Godwin, the senior? Oklahoma back on top under a minute to go. Phelps in the lane, throws it up there. No! Top board for the rebound. It's Moore. And another jump ball. And that. Phelps with the all-important inbounds to Payne. Payne draws a double. Up top, Washington.
Yeah, this is where the ball had to go.
Phelps working on a 31-point night. Washington for three, and it's scooped up by Fears. And Fears will play a little keep away in the foul on Phelps with 29.5 seconds left. Left it short. 1 point game. Shot clock is off in Norman. Buzz elects not to go timeout. Phelps for three. Got it. Clutch shot by Phelps.
That is a confident shooter.
34 for Phelps and a timeout for Oklahoma. Puts it in, and you're right, he gets it right back. 10 seconds. Up top, now with 8. Stops, gives it off to Miles with 5. Miles throws it up, a prayer, no good. Godwin is there, but a whistle and a foul.
I think this is on Godwin.
I know. Missed it. Got to get it out quick. Here comes Fears from about 75. No! And the Aggies come back from 18 down and steal one on the road in a thriller in Norman, Oklahoma. 80-78, a 9-game win streak, the longest for the Sooners in nearly a decade, the longest for the Aggies